Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. So, obviously, I'm here to talk about Jeff Sessions has stepped down. He's already, by the end of the day, he's going to be gone from the Justice Department. The acting Attorney General, Matthew Whitaker, pardon me, is going to be, he's already been sworn in. And, I guess until the president finds a permanent replacement, and whether or not he'll be considered as a permanent replacement, I suspect he might be. I don't know. He's the acting attorney general, overseeing, including all matters that have to do with the Department of Justice, which includes the Russian investigation. I don't know, man. I don't find this to be this huge of a deal, even though everyone's freaking out. I mean, this is pretty predictable. I will say the president didn't waste any time. And the fact that, he did as well as he did in the Senate, that helps. I mean, a lot of the oversight of this runs through the Senate. It's both houses, but the Senate, I think, is more powerful for this, So, yeah. It's a big deal, but not. I mean, the guy's he's not elected, man. I don't know what Napolitano's problem is. This man who, I don't know if he loves Bush or what, or he's just trying to snuggle up to the new Fox management executives or what, man. I don't know why he hates Trump so much now. And it doesn't comport with what he claims to be, which is to be this libertarian purist constitutionalist. Libertarians do not love special counsels, okay? Special counsels have unfettered power. They're not overseen by anybody. It's a huge problem. They shouldn't exist at all. Not for Democrats, not for Republicans. They're very, very bad. The guy's had 2 full years, and yet, there seems to be no end in sight to his authority, I mean, it's like, for goodness sakes, how long is he going to be there? And again, he's not chosen. He's not elected by the people. He's not accountable to anybody. So, but this new acting attorney general, Matthew Whitaker, there he is right here. I mean, he's on CNN. He used to be a commentator. He's written an op-ed. That's him right there. At the USA Today, at CNN, basically being very critical of the Mueller investigation. According to Napolitano, he had stated that that Mueller is out of control, that the Russia probe is out of control, and that the best way to rein him in is to basically dry up his funds because, I don't know how many FBI agents, how many U.S. attorneys are reporting to Mueller, but he's got a fairly huge operation. It's expensive, so the best way to basically wrap him up is to just dry up his funds. I mean, that would be just fine by me because it's just out of control. It's silly. If there was anything, there was never anything to begin with, man. The only crime Trump ever committed was he won. He won the election. He wasn't supposed to win. That's the crime. It's all bogus. But so here's the op-ed he wrote for CNN. Mueller investigation of Trump is going too far. I could read through it, but do you really care? Not really. He was. I wanted to know more about him. He was a U.S. attorney at one point from 2004 to 2009, appointed by Bush. Supposedly, according to Catherine Herridge is the reason the Trump administration seems to like him is because he's an outsider, that he's not one of these U.S., he wasn't a U.S. attorney for some time, and he just hasn't been come up through the system the same way Ray, the new director for the FBI, Robert Mueller, Rod Rosenstein, and on and on and on. All these guys where they're all just, they're all buddies. They're all part of the same cabal. And he's not. He's an outsider. He like I said, he was a U.S. attorney for 5 years, and then he had various, private practice and legal things. In the meantime, he ran for treasurer in 2002 for Iowa. He's from Ohio. He went to Iowa University, played football there, which I don't know if that's the Hawkeyes or what, but if it is, it's pretty good. And he also tried to run for U.S. Senate, replacing Tom Harkin. He lost in the primary, the Republican primary. So he was Jeff Sessions' chief of staff since September of last year. So for basically a year. It's very possible he was brought in for this purpose a year ago, knowing this was coming. Everybody knows Trump has been dissatisfied with Jeff Sessions since the day he recused himself. It completely blindsided Trump. He was just like, what are you doing? He was shocked, but it was impossible to fire him then. He just hired him. So, was this guy brought in September of last year, almost exactly a year ago, to do this? Probably. That's fine with me. Whatever. He can do whatever he wants. He's the president, man. It's good to be the king. So, and at some point, I think when Sessions was on the chopping block, it's rumored or it was reported that he, had said he could oversee his duties or something like that. And he was looked at as a potential replacement for Don McGahn, the White House counsel, which I don't know if they've actually named a replacement for him or not. But he was Jeff Sessions' chief of staff, so, there's that. I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. So back to the rest of the video. I don't know. Catherine Herridge was also saying that I don't know if the president is in favor. I know president for a long time has been for, basically declassifying a lot of these documents that are part of the Russia investigation, basically just to bring them out in the open for everybody to see, so that they could see that this is absolutely ridiculous. He stopped himself from doing that at some point because supposedly that would reveal sources and methods, and the British intelligence authorities didn't want him to do it, so he pulled back and didn't do it. And I think he's revisiting that idea, and I think this acting attorney general is for that as well. He's a Trump loyalist, supposedly, and like I said, he's made statements in the past, sort of defending Don Jr. in the meeting at Trump Tower, that there really wasn't any criminal activity, which I agree. It was just, basic, normal campaign, opposition research type stuff, that goes on all the time. That was really rather, not even close to how nasty things get in terms of the dirt they dig up on people in political campaigns. That's pretty much the story there. Rod Rosenstein is supposedly on his way to the White House. I don't think he's in any danger of being fired. He doesn't need to be, because he reports to Whitaker, and everybody does, including Robert Mueller. And, that's it. That's the story there, man. That is the story there. I really don't think there's anything else more to say. You'll learn more about it, but, and some of the president's most vocal opponents, especially in the Republican camp, Corker and Flake and others, they're gone, and they'll be gone soon. So, it's going. Chief of Staff Kelly called AG Sessions. President Trump did not, and I guess to tell him that he was, that it's his time for him to resign. I'm not sure if this is Fox. Everybody's reporting on this right now. That's the story there. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Smoke! Smoke on the water. Fire in the sky. Later, man.